just because things are not as crazy doesn't mean there's still some things to figure out over in the NFC. We have 3 teams fighting for 2 spots. That includes our ex-Super Bowl champions. Welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and what I meant was by our current Super Bowl champions, right? They don't lose that title until, of course, they're completely out of it. Right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are not completely out of it. They are the 7th seed, but as we all know, only 6 can make it into the NFL. As we look at the NFC side of the playoff bracket, what scenarios are going to happen over in the NFC, where our teams can be seeded again? Not as crazy as the AFC was, but still some things to be figured out. We're going to start with the number 1 overall seed. We all know who the number 1 seed is in the NFC. That will not change. That is your New Orleans Saints. After having a great season, they will be the number 1 overall seed. They did it for a while. Looked like they weren't, you had the tiebreak with the Rams, but they have clinched. All the divisions have been clinched on the NFC side. So you're talking about the Saints, the Rams, the Bears, the Cowboys, and the Seahawks. Those are the 4 that have clinched your divisions, and the Seahawks have already clinched a playoff berth. So that means there's 1 spot available, 2 teams. Who's going to get it? Basically, you have the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Currently, Philadelphia Eagles are the ones who need some help. The Rams go up against San Fran this weekend, and in order for them to clinch a first-round bye, they just need to beat the 49ers or have the Chicago Bears lose. The Chicago Bears play Minnesota this weekend on Sunday, and it's going to be interesting to see if they really play for that game, play for the possibility of that number 2 seed, or if they rest some of the players. That will actually benefit Minnesota, obviously, as they fight for their playoff lives too. They will clinch a first-round bye with a win and a Rams loss. So if the Rams lose and the Chicago Bears win, then the Bears will be the 2 seed, and the Rams will be the 3 seed. But the Rams obviously playing San Fran. We all know that the Rams should be able to beat them this Sunday, so we'll see if that happens. Minnesota, of course, plays Chicago, which means Minnesota needs a win in order to clinch a playoff berth or a Philadelphia loss or tie. So if Minnesota wins or ties, and Philadelphia doesn't do anything in that scenario, if Minnesota wins or ties, then they are in the playoffs. If Philadelphia wins they need to win. The Eagles need to win. So if the Eagles win, Minnesota loses, you're looking at your Super Bowl champs getting back into the playoffs. And we all know the danger they can create in the playoffs after last year. So that's what the Eagles are for. Eagles play Washington on Sunday. So the Eagles need to win, and they need to have Minnesota lose. That's the only way they get in. Seahawks, they're number 4 seed. So we know who our 1 seed is. We know who our 4 seed is. Still a battle for that 2 seed between the Bears and Rams. Rams win, they get the 2 seed. Bears win, Rams lose, Bears get the 2 seed. So that's the fight there. And what I meant to say was Seattle gets the wild card spot. Seattle's the 5th seed. Sorry about that. Dallas is the 4 seed. All right, so we have 3 seeds figured out. We have the Saints are the number 1 seed. Rams currently sit at number 2, but if they lose and the Bears win, the Bears get that 2 seed. The 3 seed currently belongs to the Bears, but again, if the Bears win, Rams lose, Rams will then be the 3 seed. You got your Dallas Cowboys, the NFC East champs. They are your 4 seed. Your Seattle Seahawks are the 5 seed. And then the 6th seed is between either the Minnesota Vikings, who currently sit in that spot. All they have to do is win and they're in. And the Philadelphia Eagles, who need the Vikings to lose. If the Vikings tie, the Vikings still get that 6th spot. They need the Vikings to lose, and they need to win. If the Eagles tie, they don't have a shot at it. So that is what we need to have happen. Again, the NFC a little bit easier than the AFC. A little bit easier to figure out, a little bit easier to sort through. So those are the situations in which the NFC will shape up. Again, really only that 1 spot that's being fought for at this time between the Minnesota Eagles and Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. So that is what we're looking for this weekend. Again, if you want to come on here live, I'll be live for the Bills-Miami game. I'll be streaming that one live, keeping you updated on all playoff scenarios during that game. So come on here. We'll have some fun, chat up the Buffalo Bills-Miami Dolphins game, and we'll also talk playoff scenarios in that one as well. I will be live tomorrow, Friday, to break down the pregame for the Miami Dolphins and Philadelphia Eagles. So I look forward to that one, and I'll see you then. But until then, hit that subscribe button, guys. Like this video. Again, that is the simple NFC playoff scenarios. It's not that hard to figure it out. Pretty simple. Not nearly as strenuous as the AFC was yesterday. But those are the playoff scenarios for your NFC teams. Subscribe to this channel for continuing sports content, mostly NFL, but we follow the Bills, follow the Sabres, we'll follow the Buffalo Bulls, we'll do all that kind of stuff. So hit that subscribe button, like this video, and I'll see you soon. But till next time, go Bills.